Dobro večer,
Dobro večer
svima, dobrodošli na naš još jedan nedeljni Pokemon PvP turnir, veliki turnir.
Our colleague here is announcing the cup in Croatian, and I am taking the role of the commentator for just the first few minutes to just get things started.
Naših već postojećih članova, ako se pitate tko smo mi smo Tempest, neprofitna organizacija.
He is announcing that we are Topgaz, or TOPGAZ, a non-profit organization that is currently starting out and pretty much trying to organize tournaments in the best possible way, considering Pokemon Go. We also have some interesting prizes for you today. All of the prizes are going to be announced later on, and the tournament is now officially starting.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us. Those of you who did join us in our PvP stream tonight. We'll be with you just in a second. As you can see here on my screen, we have a total of 24 participants tonight. We almost broke the record of PvP tournaments here in Black Cat Bar in Zagreb, Croatia. The most we had was 27 for the Twilight Cup. We dropped a little to 24 this month, but I'm pretty sure the spring will bring people out in the near future, and we'll break more records. We have chosen now for our tournament, for the first fight tonight, Electra 987 and Mario 9626. And we'll check out their teams in just a second. As you probably know, we are playing the Tempest Cup of the Silph Arena, silph.gg, check out the info. We are Topgaz, tournaments and other Pokemon Go activities, Zagreb. And we'll just find, okay, so here's one of our players tonight, Electra 987. She's got Skarmory, of course, Raikou, I believe a very good choice, although depending on the moveset, we'll see. Hopefully Electra did not fall into the standard wild charge trap, as it is actually proven in practice right at this tournament. Actually right by me in one of the fights about a month ago when we were preparing. It's actually much better with Thunder. Just give me 1 second and I'll be right back with you. Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. As a matter of fact, the 24 participants I told you will be competing tonight is actually an overstatement. It will be 24. Last minute we received news that one of the players was registered 2 times, so we had to remove him. So our Gandalf the White, long-standing player here in the Zagreb PvP arena, got a break this round, which is not a huge problem. But let's get back to our Electra 987 and Mario 9626, who are almost ready to start streaming. Still handling a few technical difficulties. So let's see. We scrolled past. One second. There we are. We stopped at Raikou. Another choice here in the team is Frostlass, something we didn't see very often, something that many players crave for. It's a very beautiful Pokemon coming from Snorunt, which was introduced in Gen 3. We had to wait Gen 4 to get Frostlass. Of course, the damned Sinnoh Stone that gave so many people so many headaches. Aboma Snow with Skarmory, one of almost unavoidable parts of every team, as you can see already in this screen right here. After it, Lapras that was used very cleverly at the last tournament where we were training for this one by Gandalf, the already mentioned tonight, and Marshtomp, a very, very powerful PvP Mon that has proved itself many times over since the first day of PvP. So this should be a very, very powerful team for Electra 987, I believe. We'll see how the typings will collide. If something is missing, there's no fire, as I can see. No fire to handle those Fescue ice and grass, especially when it comes to Aboma Snow. We could have seen in many fights how it melts under, but there is Skarmory, which can also be a counter for that. So we'll see. And let's now go to Mario 9626. As already said, the team is impossible not to contain Aboma Snow and Skarmory, almost, but there's Cilio, those of you who are following our tournaments for the last month know that I'm not personally a huge fan of Cilio, but it seems to be something worthwhile for many players to put in their teams. Alolan Graveler, something we also saw a few times already, and it's probably a good choice. It also covers flying with potentially rock moves. So we'll see. And Lantern and Altaria. So, you know, we talked about this before. Altaria, Skarmory, Aboma Snow. These 3 are in the March Cup, that is Tempest. Kings and queens, and almost undefeatable. Let's see, what did we say in the team of Electra? There is Marshtomp to substitute the beast that is Altaria in Mario's team. We'll see which one prevails. Marshtomp is let's see Marshtomp a little bit on Bulbapedia. We know it well as a water ground type, right? Let's see if I got this wrong. Yes, I did not get this wrong. Water ground. And its move pool. Yeah, 1 second, please. We'll find the Pokemon Go Pokédex with its. Yeah, let's try Game Press. Could have prepared for this better, I guess. Oh yes. Water Gun, Mud Shot. Water Gun, a very, very fast move, often chosen by many players. And Mud Shot, an incredibly useful ground move that handles a lot of things, starting of course with electric types, which will be prominent as we could see in this cup. Silph does a lot of damage. It's a 2-bar move, translating into a 1-bar, I guess, in PvP. Mud Bomb, that's what players mostly use, but it also has Sludge Wave Poison. It can handle fairies with it, although I don't expect many players to actually include Sludge, a 3-bar poison move with their Marsh Stomp, especially as tonight we actually don't see so many players actually taking Marsh Stomp into their teams. I can see one from Mario, our first player tonight, and the other is there another one? Is there another one? Oh my god, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot find another Marsh Stomp. Is this possible? Who knows, maybe Marsh Stomp will actually bring victory to Mario tonight. I'm sorry, it's Electra who's got Marsh Stomp. Did not choose Altaria. Interesting. Yes, Marsh Stomp is actually not a prominent choice tonight. Yeah, I cannot see another one. Yeah, let's check it with yeah, Electra will be the only player tonight using Marsh Stomp. Especially happy we chose her. Our players are ready, and please start. Thank you. After us waiting for them, of course they had to wait for us. Now we'll wait for them a little bit because their challenge has expired. Okay, we can see Silio, Altaria and Alolan Graveler coming from the side of Mario. Let's see how that goes. And the first fight is starting, ladies and gentlemen. Excitement is right on the top. And Marsh Stomp, of course, coming from Electra. Let's see how this is handled. Running away immediately from Mario's side. And Altaria is now just pushing Marsh Stomp out of the game. And we said there will be not so many sludges, and we actually see the sludge on Marsh Stomp, and Sky Attack managed to just crush Marsh Stomp. It will try doing a little bit of damage with the sludge, but not even 2 circles. Unfortunately, too little damage. This Marsh Stomp did not fulfill its purpose, whatever it was. I'm sorry to see it go so quickly, especially as we were talking about it. Let's see how Frostlass handles Altaria. Not in the best way, even though it's, as I can see, doing ice damage on the quick move. Okay, and let's see, Avalanche is coming. It will of course be blocked. That would be an end to Altaria. But let's see. Okay, it's going nice for Electra at this point. Another Avalanche, but not before another Sky Attack. And this will not be shielded from Electra's side. She probably is saving those shields for the last Pokemon in her inventory, and that's Skarmory, yes, of course. Last shield on both sides, 1-1. Altaria is going down, and it was shielded, not maybe the best shield. We've seen quite a lot of damage coming from Sky Attack and Altaria onto Skarmory, but at this point, considering the fact she already saw Graveler coming, probably with either electric or rock moves, yeah, that's not going to do a lot of damage to Graveler. This fight is as good as done at this point. I believe there are no more shields on the Electra side. Sky Attack is no, but there's no circles. We're gonna have to discuss this with Electra after the game. And Rock Blast will finish this off for Mario. That's 1-0 for Mario. Okay, tough fight. Good game. Good game is going well. Players are handling. We can check very quickly to see if any of the other participants finished their matches. Oh yes, many of them. Many fights completed. Many fights completed. We still have Polokus needing to confirm. Polokus, one of the founders of our Top Gas organization. Please do check out our website, which you can see right here, topgas.club. On it, you can see all the information about our tournaments, calendar. There's a video library that we are maintaining. We will soon be adding a blog. Basically all the information that you need, our address, how to follow us, etc, etc. Our players are close to starting their second fight of tonight. Mario is questioning his choices. Electra is staying firm with hers, only updating it a little bit. We could have seen Obama Snow coming right now, and hopefully we'll be starting in just a second. Yeah, another scan, and we'll be back in just a second. And we're starting the second battle between Mario and Electra, ladies and gentlemen. Cilio versus Madstomp. Madstomp will hopefully do a lot better this time, doing definitely more damage on Cilio than it did against I don't really remember, I'm sorry, in the fight before. Winning this one so far. Body Slam will catch up. No shield, again saving those shields, doing relatively a lot of damage on Marstomp. Let's see Mud Bomb. No. I believe that with free circles charged, the damage would be significantly higher, as in at least double than what it was, which would actually mean that Cilio wouldn't die before firing this Body Slam off, but it would be done by now. Okay, so this is now going very quickly for Obama Snow. It got rid of that very fast. What will now be the choice? And Alteria coming against Ice Obama Snow, but that doesn't matter because with its flying quick move, it just send it home. And now we got Skarmory coming in to save the day, but Graveler is here to save another day. And again we can see the same situation as in the end of the first fight, although now Electra did learn a lesson and put herself in a bit better situation. She managed to save Skarmory to do a little bit more damage, but still not charging those circles, still not doing as much damage as she could be. This is where we see the difference between players. Oh yes, Skarmory is going down in just a second, not before it fires another sky attack that will be blocked, which I say, you know, with compared to damage that it would be doing, actually maybe it was better to kick one of the shields off Mario. Now a Rock Blast was blocked by Obama Snow on Electra's side, which was a very smart move. Well used shield, but there's another shield on Mario's side. I don't think this will be possible, and this sky attack will probably finish this game. Yes. 2-0 for Mario. Very good fight, good game, very fair game. And let's go talk to our contestants a little bit. Good evening. It was a very intense fight between the two. First, I'm sorry, I apologize to the winner, but I would just want to ask Electra, what's with those circles not charging? Usually we say, when it's just 2 circles, not 3, it's, a problem, but you don't even charge 2.
This is my first time and I'm sorry.
No, I'm just sorry that you lost, because a few of those Pokemon on Mario's side would be going away if you charge.
Okay.
You have to tap more quickly.
But my screen is very see. So
Yeah, broken screen, sure. Ask with some players, they learn the technique with 2 fingers. Yeah. How do you feel after your win? First round, first win?
Yeah, good first win, first time, first cup, Tempest Cup. This is my first cup, and I feel good about it so far.
And I saw that you put many MVPs in your team, Altaria, Skarmory.
I was thinking maybe Magnemite, but it's too weak, it's too squishy, so it falls down fast, so I replaced it with Lantern.
Lantern, I think, a very good choice. We had a few training tournaments and
Very defensive and easy to charge.
I don't know if you noticed, but Electra is the only player on the tournament tonight that has Mud Stomp, which was, I think, very cleverly used in both of your fights.
The long graveler.
Yeah, of course. Okay, thank you very much. Have fun tonight and good luck until the end of the tournament. Good evening again, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for the break. Our great Yellow Instinct champion Junfer, as you can remember, please Google and translate his nickname. It's a very interesting one. He was running late, so the entire round of the tournament will be waiting for this final fight that you are about to observe between Branas and Junfer, as we like to say here in Black Cat, finals before finals. Let's see how this goes. If nothing else, with all the players waiting, we will have a grand screening of this grand fight. So let's check out the players a little bit before the fight. Let's see, on Branas' side, we saw him play so many times here. Of course Abama Snow, of course Alteria, of course Skarmory. There's the Steelix, he actually won that right here as a first prize just 1 or 2 weeks ago. Vishkash and Lantern. Lantern, as he stated himself, Pokemon he could not win his last tournament without. Vishkash, a Pokemon that is, in my opinion, one of the most interesting in the small league. The ground, the groundwater Pokemon. 1 second. And on Junfer's side, well, we don't have time to watch to look at his team because the fight is starting. Steelix versus Skarmory, very interesting matchup. Steelix shouldn't get hurt too much by Skarmory. Let's see Crunch working its way through. No shield on Junfer's side. Maybe he actually could have used it. Quite a lot of damage for such a quick charge move. Flash Cannon coming. Also not a lot of damage on Steelix side. Yes, of course, not very effective. Another Crunch. He's not gonna have time to wait for that Earthquake to charge up, although it would be very nice if he did. Crunch is doing quite a lot of damage, I gotta say. Every time I'm impressed against certain Pokemon. Let's see Sky Attack cleaning this out. No shield on Branas' side. And yeah, not doing a lot of damage. The same as Flash Cannon. Crunch will clean this up finally. Okay, and Junfer has lost the first matchup. Let's see now Vishkash. Vishkash probably wiping out this Steelix very, very quickly. Well, not as quickly as it would be with a ground move, probably. Crunch will try to handle this. He'll test it out, and well, considering the fact it's definitely not a bulk Pokemon, Vishkash, he took this very, very well. If you remember, Skarmory, which is bulky, basically took the same amount of damage. Let's see Alteria now handling this. Mud Bomb will be blocked. Wouldn't be too much damage, I believe, but now Blizzard will... oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh baby! Oh, that hurt so fucking much. I'm sorry for swearing, but it was really beautiful. You don't get to see Blizzard landing so nicely so often. Mud Bomb will now try to dispose, but yes, there was no shield again on Branas' side. He got too cocky, although he's got health to prove it, so let's see. Now shield is coming against Mud Bomb. Quite a good block. It would be the end, and now Thunderbolt will try to work its way against two shields on Junfer's side and against Tropius. This will not work very well for Branas. I don't believe at all that Blizzard just landed too nicely. We saw Junfer before wiping his opponents out with such bluffs. Now he did it in the very first fight. He did it very quickly, very smart, very strategically. I gotta say, for the arena participants tonight who are now waiting for their second round to begin, because of Unfair, they gotta be happy about the opportunity to watch this fight, because I think we are seeing nothing but experience and good choices on the side of Unfair. Very, very strong. He came here to win. There's no fucking round. Sorry for throwing once again. Okay, let's see. Lantern versus Skarmory. Very good opening for Branas. Let's see if he can use it, or will Skarmory run away? It's not running away. Not running away at all. No, it's gonna try to handle it. Doesn't seem like it's gonna work out. No shield. Shields are being saved. Branas is affected by the first fight, and this is very well for him, of course. Going with flying against electric shouldn't work out in any kind of a combination or scenario. Block another Thunderbolt. Yeah, this Skarmory ran away. It probably should have done that quite sooner. Now Wishcash is here to clean up electric, but Obama Snow is coming to take whatever he's got. Mud Bomb is not doing absolutely anything, but of course Wishcash is disappearing. This one is a very slippery slope for Unfair. He was probably too overconfident after the first fight, because he actually played it, I'd say, almost perfectly. We really don't see that Blizzard landing so beautifully on a full health Altaria without a shield so often. So it's natural he got a little bit more relaxed in the second fight. Now he's gonna... No, he's not gonna take the Thunderbolt from... Branas. All the shields are out on Unfair's side. Let's see if Branas can handle this with one more shield left. It's going right now. Skarmory used its last 5% of health to actually charge that Sky Attack with absolutely no effect. And Lapras will try to end this fight for Unfair. Is it possible? Is it actually possible? I think it is. Oh, this hurt. This really hurt. And I don't think he can handle it. Oh, another Thunderbolt. Oh, another Thunderbolt, and that's it. As I said, ladies and gentlemen, we can only say thank you to Unfair for letting us observe this incredible fight between the two champions. We can see masteries and aggressiveness on both sides of the table in our arena here. Unfair is now, I would say, very, very anxious indeed. There's nothing but silence coming from here. No eyes going up, no looking at his opponent, no looking at me, no looking at the audience. Just pure thinking. It's like a game of chess at this point. It's, you know, no changes. No changes. Very brave. Very brave. Or actually, did I see a change? Did I see a Tropius in there? Let's see. Let's see. Where is Unfair? Oh, yeah, I did see a Tropius. Is it a plane? No. Is it a Vime? No, it's Tropius. It's Tropius, ladies and gentlemen, and flying felt team on Branas' side. I think very close to saying finals before the finals. Ladies and gentlemen, Obama Snow is here to take a lot of damage from Skarmory. Let's see how that goes. Will it run away? Yes, Branas, but we saw Branas whenever he comes on top, he actually starts as in a lesser position. So let's see if that works out for him this time. Quagsire will take Crunch. Didn't take it too badly. Actually, I didn't get to see Unfair's team very precisely. There were actually quite a lot of changes. Another Crunch, no shield on Unfair's side. He's feeling confident. But now Quagsire is very close to being wiped out. There will be a shield. Branas probably doesn't even know what could come from Quagsire. It's not a Pokemon so often used. has relatively low CP and should have a lot of bulk, but actually players don't actually use it that often. We saw it in quite a lot of teams in the Tempest Cup. Very good block on the Stone Edge from Branas. And now Crunch is cleaning this up. There's no more Quagsire, and even though he still has 2 shields remaining on Unifer's side, he's now, I think, in just a little bit worse position than Branas, and now he's gonna be in an even more worse position than Branas, because he's still not using his shields and lost again a lot of health just on this neutral damage Crunch against his Tropius. Steelix did a lot of damage, basically wiped out 2 or 1.5 Pokemon, and now Skarmory will resist the grass flying Tropius, the treasure that should be of the Tempest Cup. But as we already did discuss last week, a bit of maybe a bit of a disappointment. Maybe just the problem is that the players in Europe are not so keen to obtaining Tropius legitimately, so we don't see it so often. But as I said, every time we do see it, we don't see a lot of it. So even though on paper it seems like a good choice, it doesn't really in practice. We'll see this classic matchup between Skarmories, how that works out. Right now Health is on Yunfer's side, he got in a little later. Let's see, another Sky Attack landing, trying to wipe it out. 3 circles, of course, there's no errors in this kind of a match. Will he make it? Yes, he made it with just 5%, 2% of health. Fully charged Sky Attack doing its damage on the opposite Skarmory and going away. What's the last? I think Obama Snow is still here. Yes, from the beginning it went out quickly, saved a lot of health, and now it will try to resist. Not very well, because of course flying is doing too much damage, and Yunfer, despite the initial, yes, he won 2-1. That blizzard in the first game just cost too much. I'll just have to go. Actually, I won't talk to them too quickly. Let's quickly update the results. Yunfer won, and we can go in the second round, ladies and gentlemen. Second round. Second round will begin in a second. We're having just here on the Silph Arena site. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we started the second round. Right now. There's no point in watching the leaderboard. We have 8 winners, 8 losers, of course. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us choose the next pair. Give us a second and we'll be right back. Well, of course, it was a very easy choice what to stream in the second round, as we have Alta OP and Polokus matched up. Another finals before finals, another match of Titans, another match of champions here in Black Cat Cafe Bar. Besides that, we of course have everything technically set up with these players, so we'll be back very, very quickly with the next fight. Please stick around and maybe see our trailer or something that we can play you. Stick around, we'll be back in a few minutes. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, let's discuss a bit the team so far. Two announced champions playing against each other. Alta OP, those of you who follow the stream know him very well, just as well as Polokus, Dorian, both hardcore players, hardcore Nintendo fans, knowing each typing, each weakness, each resistance, etc. So let's see. Alta OP, of course, without even mentioning Skarmory, Altaria, Obama Snow. He doesn't do without. He actually has Glail, the same he had in last week's tournament, Lantern and Wishcash. I gotta say, when we get into the sphere of the top players who win most often, it's actually, in certain cases, very, very predictable to know how the teams will look like. As we can see, now if we go to Polokus, he chose Tropius that he has access to, of course. Vespiquen, probably the only Vespiquen in the tournament, I'm pretty sure. Oh yes, the only Vespiquen. I gotta say, I did notice the Pokemon about a month ago as a potentially very, very strong PvP contender. Quagsire, that we just saw now on the side of Yunfer, I think, in the last fight. Alolan Graveler, here to handle all things flying. And water, which actually turns up quite often in this cup. Tempest Cup. And Wishcash here to resist Alolan Gravelers of other teams. And how we can match this up with Alta, let's see. Well, there's definitely no ice coming from Polokus, so Alta doesn't need to worry too much about that. At the same time, Alta, I think, has no answer to Polokus's Graveler. No water, although water would be neutral against Graveler, but yeah, well, he's got Lantern to handle Graveler if he really, really needs to. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you know how it is. It wouldn't be a Pokemon Go game if there weren't a bunch of technical difficulties. As I said, ladies and gentlemen, it wouldn't be a Pokemon Go game if there weren't technical difficulties. But we're now ready to start. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, another Clash of Giants is coming up for your viewing pleasure. On the left side we have Alta OP, on the right side Polocus, and they're off. Quagsire versus Skarmory. How will this be handled? Skarmory taking it very well, Quagsire taking it very well. Stone Edge will come. No, Acid Spray will come from Polocus. Probably a cheat. Just to let him on the wrong trail, and then fired up that Stone Edge with no shield. Will it be effective? And yes, he lost it. He lost the game of clevering each other and lost a lot of health due to it. Still kept his shields, and Quagsire is still here, and despite a lot of damage, and it's done. It's done, but it did what it had to do. It cleaned up Skarmory. Very well played on Polocus' side. He's learning from Yunfed, we can see. Definitely Google that nickname Yunfed. I'm definitely sure you'll like the meaning. Blizzard now coming versus Skarmory. This time Skarmory on Polocus' side, no shield, and it was a mistake. Yes, it was a mistake. Similar cheat like he did to him just a little while ago. Let's see, Sky Attack not doing a lot of damage against... oh, I'm sorry, it's Wishcash, it's not Lantern. I mix them up sometime. Let's see that Blizzard coming again. No, it's going to be Mud Bomb, and it's going to be blocked. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is how we waste each other's shields. This is strategy that we talk about so often. Sky Attack will finish this off. No, it will not. There is a shield. Why shield on Alta OP side for just 5% of health? Is there a charge that will be saved? Yes, it was saved. There is a Mud Bomb coming, and there's no shield, of course, on Polocus' side. Not very effective. Very well played on both sides. And let's see this final match. Alta OP remaining just with Lantern. Lantern will dispose of Skarmory very quickly. He can save that shield. He probably should save that shield. Yeah, and he saved that shield. Not very effective. And let's see what's the last thing in Polocus's arsenal. Against Lantern, it's Graveler, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic choice, fantastic fight. Two very, very unique Pokemon, Lantern versus Graveler. There's a shield on the side of Alta OP. Very well used against Rock Blast. Let's see if it will save. Thunderbolt is coming against also kept shield on Polokus side. Such a carefully played game between these two champs. Very proud of them both tonight. And who is the winner? And it's Alta OP. It was a photo finish, ladies and gentlemen. It was a matter of a lot of patience on both sides. Polokus lost, but lost very, very vigorously and with dignity, I would say. With dignity, I would say. It was a very good game. Let's see now what will be the changes coming on two sides. I have to say Polokus's use of Quagsire was quite impressive, disposing of that Skarmory very, very quickly. Imagining just putting that fight out of the equation, you can easily imagine the fight going very, very differently. In the sense of being a lot easier on the side of Alta OP. On the other hand, Polokus still has that Chopius. Is that an answer to certain problems he has on Alta OP side? As I say, if you remove just that Quagsire versus Skarmory from the equation, Polokus is obvious to having a lot of problems, and there are no changes. There are no changes, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta be quiet so Alta OP doesn't hear me. And it's not the same. Glail came instead of Skarmory. It's gonna try to handle Quagsire in a better manner. For now, it's actually doing a little bit better than Skarmory. Stone Edge is now coming right in the face from the beginning. No need to hide it anymore. And it's blocked, wisely blocked. He knew it's coming, but now Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball we also like very much, probably just because of that Mewtwo and its power naturally. I remember in the beginnings of the game it was a move I used almost every day because Hypno was one of my most powerful Pokemon naturally. I'm talking times like July 2016. Okay, Graveler will probably dispose of Glail very quickly. Well, not so quickly as it ran away, but Vishkash is here to clean it up. Now it's running away, coming in with Skarmory just to take it out of the equation, although the health is not going so quickly down as one would think. Let's see how this goes now. He's waiting for the flash cannon, waiting for the flash cannon. No, Sky Attack is blocked. He thought it would be flash cannon, would do a little bit more damage. Now Mud Bomb will do quite a lot of damage on Skarmory. It's not blocked, and no, not a lot of damage. I apologize. It's the other way around. Flying is super effective against ground. So now Blizzard, oh yes, he drank that Kool-Aid potion from Alta one more time and got that in his face. Sky Attack did a lot of damage, and he actually came on top with this Skarmory, but still Skarmory and that Glail with 5% of health in his bank. But of course psychologically it's always nicer to see those two Pokeballs in the bar on the top of the screen than one. Shadow Ball is coming. It was charged up, very well used, lost 5% of health, cleaned up almost the entirety of Graveler, but it's keeping on. And now it will not be enough. Oh, Thunderbolt. I don't think it's going to be enough to clean out Skarmory. Almost, but not enough. And with one shield remaining, Polokus lost this fight 2-0. Very good game, very, very strong fight between the two players, but he simply couldn't find a solution. Let's talk to them a little bit, see what they say. Giants of the PvP, as I always flatter you. It was finals before the finals, I would say. What say you, Polokus? I don't think you feel very well after this.
I did some huge mistakes. I think I could have had both of those matches if I just. If I like the first match, I completely misplayed. I wasn't watching the opponent's HP. I was watching how fast my Thunderbolt would charge because I knew it would do a little bit more damage than the Rock Throw or the Rock Blast or whatever.
Blast and Graveler.
Yeah, and I tried at the last second to get it off, but I don't know. Either the game lagged or I didn't press it soon enough, but my Graveler went down.
Oh, we didn't know that.
Yeah, and in the second match, I completely underestimated how fast Glalie would charge up the Shadow Ball, and I let it through, knowing that I could survive Avalanche with a decent amount of HP left, but that Shadow Ball pretty much left me.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you call despair after losing the fight, you know. I mean, Polokus is really not feeling very well. Take it well.
It was a well-fought match. My opponent here deserves the win. He made the better play.
It was a very good, especially the first match. I think one of the better games that. Winner 2-0. What do you say? Did you actually think it's going to be this easy?
No, I knew that Polokus was a good player. I anticipated his moves, and it was basically all luck at the end. I mean, my Lantern had basically 10 HP, so it was all about who was gonna charge his charge attack first. So.
I don't know if you watched the fight before you, but Yunfed actually landed without a block Blizzard on a full health Altaria and just wiped it out. But then you came and actually did that basically twice against Polokus with Blizzard. So I was just commenting, you know, if you just take that Quagsire from Polokus in the first fight out of the equation, which just destroyed your Skarmory, you were actually quite a lot on top, and he just couldn't find us.
Yeah, Skarmory is very weak to Avalanche or Blizzard or something like that. It takes a lot of damage, even though it doesn't seem like it, but it does take a lot of damage. So I knew that.
You won your first fight as well?
Yeah, I won it.
So I'll see you in the finals?
I hope so.
Maybe I can still see you in the finals too.
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe.
I think it's mathematically possible.
Okay. Well, I hope so.
I'm asking because I know how hard it is for you to get this first loss in only round 2. So I'm just telling you, you know, there's still hope.
Yeah, it's bound to happen sometime. So.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Good game. Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, thank you for joining us in our Pokemon Go PvP tournament stream. We just started our round 3 of 5 rounds that will be played tonight in this tournament. We've chosen Mario 9626 and Freak 1082 for our third fight of the night, or actually fourth fight, because we had 2 fights in round 1. Mario 9626, we saw him play against Electra 87 in the first round. Now he will play Freak 1082, renowned red player. Red, when I say red, I mean red team, the Valor team of Zagreb. The two will compete in just a second after they set up. We can check their teams a little bit. We already know Mario 9626 with Alolan Graveler, Abama Snow, Celio, Skarmory, Lantern and Altaria. Very, very strong team, and as we could see in the first fight, a very worthy opponent. I don't know how he is on the overall table. We know he won the first round. Let's see how he handled himself in the second. Yes, he also won. A high contender for the finals. Freak 1082 also took both of his fights so far, so it's going to be an interesting match, I believe. So give us just a few moments and we'll give the players the green light to start fighting, just as long as we connect them to our streaming server. So please give us a minute, thank you. So you can see Freak 1082 coming in, also Abama Snow, Lantern, Vishkash, Altaria, Skarmory, almost same teams among the top players. There's absolutely no difference other than the order of picking them, which is again, I think, mostly just around the actual CP of the Pokemon, but we see one unique Mon in Freak 1082's team. It is Alolan Ninetales, exactly at 1500 combat power. I don't know if someone else has got it. Yes, Svetkor also has it. Another strong player from the Zagreb East community. And we know that the Fairy Ice Ninetales is quite strong. It's got access to the Psyshock charge move, which charges extremely quickly, and we could see it many times, even at neutral damage, it actually does quite a lot of damage. This is where we can see certain paradigm shifts between the so far accepted raid and gym system and PvP, where certain moves being unusable in raids and gyms, and at the same time being extremely powerful in the PvP system. So let's see if these two players will actually decide on using the uniques of their teams that distinguish them from others. Celio would be this unique Mon on the side of Mario 9626. The players are almost ready, giving out their challenges to each other, so we'll be back in just about 10-20 seconds and the fight will start. and gentlemen. Niantic servers are heated up and the fight is starting. Skarmory against Lantern. It's not going to end up very well for Freak 1082 unless he makes some radical changes very, very quickly, which he is doing right now. Wishcash coming to handle Lantern, but of course it will run away with its charged moves. Charged. Mud Bomb is coming. No shield, of course not, on the side of Mario. Mario doing very, very well so far, proving himself to be one of the surprises of the newcomers in our regular Sunday tournament. Let's see Sky Attack coming in very hard, I think, at Wishcash. Yes, destroying it almost. Mud Bomb will try. No, Blizzard, no, Blizzard. I'm sorry, Freak 1082, you couldn't charge it. I know it looked beautiful in these fights we've seen so far, but it's very hard to actually pull it off. Sky Attack is coming. We commented so many times about Sky Attacks versus Sky Attacks, Altaria versus Skarmory. The fight is never ending. Altaria on the side of Mario actually took so much damage. Let me just see quickly what's the CP on this Altaria on Mario's side. It's at 1498. I'm wondering why it took so much damage, like 50% of health from Sky Attack on Skarmory. That's really unusually high, and as you can see, usually Altaria actually wins the duel, and now it went away. No. Okay, I'm being told that I'm actually saying it wrong, that actually Skarmory is the winner between the two, but we had the discussion a few times about Skarmory versus Altaria. I think the consensus was that on paper Skarmory should win, but in reality actually it happens so that Altaria is still here. It's waiting for the last choice. It's yes, it's Lantern. It's coming with a shield to get the Sky Attack, and last 5% will not be enough. For Freak 1082, it will get a honorary Thunderbolt, just so, why not? It didn't really need it, and that's it. 1-0 for Mario 9626. A true surprise of tonight's tournament. Thank you very much, Mario, for a wonderful fight. Hold on there, Freak 1082. There's still a chance. Barak, Shiny Nemo, Somyura, Fluffy Chicken. Let's see if some changes occur on either side. This is what we saw in the last fight. Both players in a kind of equal state of mind at this point, choosing very wisely. Mario, I think, is quite anxious. He knows it's great opportunity to get quite high up on the ranks. It is the third round of the tournament after all. After this, only 2 more to actually win the cup. I would personally be very happy to see a brand new player here in our tournament taking home the grand prize. Let's see how that works out. It's a game point for Mario. Let's see how he uses it. Breakpoint for Freak 1082. Okay, Celio coming in strong, handling himself very, very well. Body slam. Will it be blocked? No. Freak will let it slide, see the damage that it causes. Fine damage, not real damage, with a fine effect. Thunderbolt will not try against Altaria. Ran away just to bring Skarmory to take care of Altaria, as we just discussed a few minutes ago. Let's see how this goes, and let's observe that damage from Sky Attack of Skarmory on Altaria. Very standard coming, but let's see now. Sky Attack coming into Altaria, and yes, again, such huge damage. I don't know, maybe it's just my perception, but I don't think usually it takes so much damage from Sky Attack of Skarmory, but maybe I'm wrong. Now we have some shields taking from both sides. Another Sky Attack is coming from Skarmory, and yes, both shields are still saved on Mario's side. He let that one slide, and how will he dispose of Skarmory? Well, no, he chose Celio and Body Slam, and no shield. No shield on Freak's side. He let that one slide as well, so now we have one shield saved on his side, two shields saved on Mario's side. Body Slam coming in Obama, neutral damage. Let's see how it handles itself, and nice damage against a very bulky Obama Snow. And the last Pokemon on Mario's side, it's a Alolan Graveler. It will not hold well against Obama Snow, but it managed to take it off the court. Will it be enough? There's one shield still left. Lantern with Hydro Pump charged up. It's blocked, of course, but I don't think it's gonna be enough for Mario. A Rock Blast, there's still a shield. No, there's absolutely no way for Mario to win this one, I think. Just too little health, too many shields. We see so often players lose critical fights with shields in the bank, and I think this definitely speaks about the psychology of the given fights. Whereas players save the shields, hoping that those shields will make a difference, will prevail later on, but not taking into account certain fast moves that when typed well against each other are doing equal or even better damage than the charge moves. And it's these kinds of elements that I personally think are really set up very well in Pokemon Go, in the sense that they really do bring a certain feeling of tactics and unpredictability, and it's why the players enjoy it, honestly, I think. So after grand win in the first fight against Freak, Mario on the left side lost the second fight. Freak is holding on. They both have 2 wins in the first 2 rounds. This is round 3. They are both fighting for the chance to get to the finals. I'll just check real quickly the tournament progress in the other fights, and yes, they are all completed. Just waiting for the fight between Mario and Freak to finish, so the round 4 can start, and the players are ready and the players are starting. We can go to full screen now and enjoy the fight. And yes, a lot of changes on both sides. We didn't really get to see them. Altaria from Mario destroying Lantern on the other side from Freak. Freak will not budge. He will not let him make the switch. Thunderbolt is coming. No shield, which was a mistake. A lot of health taken, and now he's trying to cheat with Dragon Pulse, but he's not. Freak is not letting him letting himself be fooled. He blocked that, and now he's just wiping that Altaria. Another Sky Attack. He's going for the Sky Attack. Didn't want to risk it, and another shield. Both shields lost on Freak's side. Maybe this was the goal of Mario. The tactics Thunderbolt is being saved up for whatever is coming next, and what is coming is Lantern. Lantern against Lantern, very good choice. Mario, very, very good in thinking on his feet. Skarmory would have taken very hard against that charged up Thunderbolt, and now there is no more counter on the side of Freak for Skarmory that is waiting in Mario's pocket. Thunderbolt will do some significant damage against Obama Snow. Yes, even though it's not very effective, it's a strong move, and Obama Snow isn't that healthy, that full of bulk. So let's see. Of course, charge move is not needed in this situation, and Mario has learned his lesson, and he can use freely this shield now against a very powerful Outrage. And I think it's almost safe to say at this point that Mario is on top of this situation, remaining Skarmory versus Skarmory, but with one more Pokemon with a charged attack charged on Mario's side. And now something is happening. Is this an error? Yeah, we have a block on Mario's side. The game is not taking his inputs. He managed to block this. It's not looking good now. We will perhaps need to replay this fight. I'm not really sure what happened there with Mario, but from what I could see, he was doing no damage for about 10-15 seconds there. Let's see if he can still win. He does still have one more Pokemon, which I don't really remember. It's Lantern, actually, I think. Very good answer against Skarmory, which is the only thing remaining. And let's see, is it Lantern? And yes, it is Lantern. I remember that well, but Sky Attack will wipe it out, I think. And yeah, it did wipe it out. So we have a win, Freak 1082 versus Mario. A win. Let us just check everything to be regular, and if we potentially need to repeat this one. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we will replay the final fight because of technical problems on the side of Mario. We want to keep everything fair and nice around here. The fact is, we did witness him not being able to do absolutely anything to Freak for about 10-15 seconds, so for this reason we will repeat the final fight. So the score remains 1-1 between Mario and Freak. Freak was already almost proclaimed the winner. Now he has to do it one more time. Mario has another chance of beating him. To be fair, at the moment when he came in on Freak's side, Skarmory was already damaged. A full health Skarmory came in on the side of Mario with another Pokemon extra in the bank, so I think it would come up. Now we saw some changes. Altaria versus Alolan Ninetales. Altaria, of course, ran away from ice as quickly as it could, and now Celio is here to take that neutral damage, but it's not counting on the Psy Shock. Mario is not prepared for this, and yes, nice damage Very nice damage. Now body slam or Aurora Beam. Aurora Beam probably not the best choice. Body slam should be better. It's neutral, and let's see, the shield is not used. Nice damage, nice neutral damage, and another body slam coming so quickly. Shield used on Freak 1082 side. Let's see, Psy Shock coming, blocked. Now players are in the top of their game. A lot of instinct playing here, not meaning the yellow team, of course. Another block, but this one was on both sides, it seems. Let's see. Alola Ninetales doing really fantastically, holding itself. We have complaints from the players. Just 1 second. Everything okay, the fight going on, and Alola Ninetales lost that duel. Celio didn't do much better, just disappeared at the side of Obama Snow. And now Skarmory is here to clean this up with its fast steel move, I think. Fast flying move, I'm sorry. And now we have the classic Skarmory versus Skarmory, Sky Attack versus Sky Attack. No shield used on Freak's side, not taking a lot of damage, but always taking impressively a lot. Skarmory is just, it should be banned. It should be banned, if you ask me. It's just too powerful. When you see it doing such damage against itself with a 2-bar move that is Sky Attack, you really do kind of shit your pants if you're a Pokemon. So let's just see this playing out. A shield being used on Mario's side. He plans to keep his Skarmory for the last Pokemon in Freak 1082's bank. He's not going to let him. He's spending his last shield, Freak 1082. Let's see if this makes a change. Yes, he will come on top, I think. Yes, Sky Attack will finish off Skarmory on the side of Mario, I think. Almost. Will there be time for another Sky Attack from Mario? And yes! Oh, 1% of health. Amazing. Yes, he managed. I mean, I don't think he's gonna do anything else. Yeah, he's not gonna do that Obama Snow anymore. Now Altaria will have to handle the Ice Grass, and it's handling it very well. It's handling it. Yes, this fight is over, ladies and gentlemen. Sky Attack will finish this off, and done. Mario 9626 is the winner. 2-1. Very Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the fight will be replayed one more time. There have been complaints that there were lags again on the other side this time. So now the final match will be played for the third time, and the consensus is not to stream it, because this is potentially causing the problems for the players. So I guess we'll just be back with you in about 10 minutes with the round 4 of the tonight's tournament. Good answer against Skarmory, which is the only thing remaining, and let's see.
Dok smo u praznom hodu, utakmica nije baš dobro krenula.
Kako si ti prošao?
Dobro, dobio sam 2, izgubio 1, i tu jednu na jako gust način 2-1. Kako je tvoje stanje u ovom turniru?
Pa dobio sam jednu slučajno, a drugu sam... Kaj?
A ko ste vi, dečki?
Ja sam Cigla 9, a vi ste, gospodine?
Da.
On je Drinky Pro, ili ti ga legenda plavog tima. Recite nam, Drinky, malo više o vašim mečevima.
Čuj, prvi sam odigrao protiv ovoga Cigla 9.
Dobro, to sam ja.
Bio je meč napet.
Kako ste prošli?
Na knap sam izgubio, malo mi je brekala, ali nisam se htio žaliti, rekao nema smisla da usporim turnir.
U prevodu 2-0 za Ciglu 9, da objasnimo našim vjernim gledateljima.
Ima Tropiusa, inače bio je u Maroku, tako da to je isto
Da, znate kako je.
To su tradeovi ti poznati, tako je. Maroko imao pripreme vremenske, navikao se na temperaturu.
Da pogledamo kako je stanje trenutno u turniru.
Stanje u turniru, neko ima 3 pobjede, vidimo.
Sad ćemo pogledati.
Krivo sam stisnuo.
Ovaj
streamo čovječe tik krivo stisneš, evo čovjek tu pokazuje ti sad. Evo, Gandalf je dobio prvu, to je igrao, nije igrao s nikim sad.
Sad ćemo mi.
Zato je dobio Gandalf.
Prva runda, Gandalf the White protiv B igrača, laganih 2-0 za Gandalfa. Dobro.
Bilo me to pustio.
Da, Tintro, Drinky Pro, poraz.
sam izgubio, da, napeto je bilo. Znojio sam
Dobro,
se.
uglavnom u
Drugo-
turniru su još koliko? 2 igrača sa 3 pobjede.
Da.
Momak Sretan,
Momak
Junfer
Sretan ima 3 pobjede, Junfer
i-
420.
i sada se igra zadnji meč.
Ne znam je li ovo
Ovoga,
ključno, 420.
za još jednog
Da budeš
kandidata
dobar.
koji će imati 3 boda. Znači trojica,
Plac treći. Kako je to moguće?
Flaci, da.
Onih sustav pala.
Da vidimo ko je pobjedio.
Ko je pobjedio? Frik.
Hrvoje Frik je
Hrvoje
treći
Frik.
igrač sa 3 boda.
Nakaza pobjeđuje.
Sada će
igrao.
krenuti 4. runda, dragi pratitelji, idemo dalje.
Želim ti sreću u danjem turniru.
Da. Zapravo ipak smo dobili poziv da ostanemo malo duže, jer se podigao iznimno broj gledatelja od kad smo ja i Drinky Pro došli na
Navodno smo čuli,
ovu pozornicu.
molim vas ljudi, nemojte prenatrpati stream, jer jednostavno puknuće veza i onda...
Sada ćemo vam reći, samo da vidimo, još nisu izašli sljedeći protivnici.
Ne, mi se idemo boriti.
Mi se sad idemo boriti dalje. Da, mi smo...
Evo Branas, igram s tobom.
Evo ga.
Evo ga, padaj.
Kreće dalje.
Puštamo dalje mjesto. Našem glavnom.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, once again. Sorry if you were waiting for so long. The big drama in the third round between Mario and Frick in their fifth fight, second replay, third play of the third match. Frick 1082 came out victorious. Congratulations, Frick. We couldn't stream that fight in the end, but I'm sure it was very, very dramatic. So we have started with our fourth round, in which we've chosen Dexic and Polokus to be our streaming pair. to start with. Polokus, which needs no introduction, as I always say, and on the other side, Deksic, well-known player from the Valor team in the city of Zagreb center area. We welcomed him for the first time a week or 2 weeks ago, I can't really remember, and he promised us to show off his skills on our stream, so there it is, the big moment when he will actually do that. The players are ready. Deksic did not wait for the green light. That's okay. We have Polokus waiting for it, and they are starting. Yes, they are starting the fight. Let's see what Deksic's got up his sleeve while they go through another round of calling each other to the fight. Deksic's got Wishcash, Alolan Graveler, Celio, Abama Snow, Altaria, and Lantern. As I said, a very particular cup in the sense of showing off very, very, very similar teams on many sides. Let's see how this goes. Lantern coming from Deksic and Quagsire opening for Polokus, and we're starting off. Both Pokemon handling themselves quite well. Polokus will try cheating a little bit with Acid Spray, doing no damage. Defense harshly fell. Defense harshly fell. Oh, this is the bonus that was just activated on the side of Polokus to turn down defense of Deksic's Lantern. What will come up with this? This is something new. Stone Edge just destroyed Lantern. Stone Edge just destroyed it. Absolutely. So very good until this point for Polokus. Let's see another Stone Edge against Graveler. Probably won't do too much damage, although it's a very powerful move. Had to do a lot of damage. So Quagsire so far wiped out 2 Pokemon from Deksic's team, and at this point I think Polokus is thinking anything can happen, this one is mine, but let's see if it's really so. Shield is wasted on both sides, 1-1. Skarmory will now take on Altaria. Altaria will come with Sky Attack before Skarmory. Skarmory is using his last shield for Polokus, and now Sky Attack, he's just charging those Sky Attacks, Polokus, to be ready. Now he's gonna throw like 2 or 3 at the same time at least. Let's see how that goes. 1 is here, almost took half, and let's see. Oh no! Wasn't charging so quickly as I thought. He's trying to do a switch, but he's not managing, and now he's just gonna go for another Sky Attack and take another one of his shields out. That's it for all shields on both sides. Let's see if this works out for Deksic. He will probably, he will wipe that Skarmory out, so this definitely didn't end the way Polokus imagined. He wanted to do the switch, but it doesn't really matter anymore. Sky Attack shouldn't do so much damage. Well, super effective. This is because of the grass typing. But yes, Polokus came out victorious. It was obvious from like 2-3 minutes ago when there was just one Mon remaining on side of Deksic. Let's see if he can make some changes to shake this up and possibly take the second fight from Polokus. Let's see how Deksic is standing on the overall leaderboard. He is in the middle with 2 wins in 3 rounds, meaning he's not contending for the final for the first place anymore. Our other matchups in round 4 are unveiling themselves very slowly, only one completed so far. Let's see how the second fight between Dexic and Tropius goes. Lantern versus Tropius for the opening. Very good. On Polocus side, Lantern is just melting from the quick grass move, but now Alteria came in, Tropius ran away, and again we have to watch the fight of the flying titans, that is Skarmory and Alteria. Shields are being taken out, not a lot of damage is being done on either side. Let's see again, Sky Attack versus Alteria, a lot of damage. But again, not so much as it did occur in that fight that we were commenting on just before, when about 50% of health was coming down on Alteria when receiving the Sky Attack from Skarmory. I would say it maybe has something to do with a very low defense stat in IV stat on that particular Alteria. In any case, the clash of the Flying Titans is almost done, and Alteria ran away. Alteria was wiped out, sorry. Now Lantern will come to very easily dispose of Skarmory. Sky Attack will naturally not be blocked, doesn't do a lot of damage. And now Lantern will try to do electric damage against the flying grass Tropius. Thunderbolt will do a lot of damage for sure, and yes, quite a lot of damage, although probably not as much as Dexic would hope for. Let's now see Leaf Blade doing its magic against the Water Lantern. Of course, it wiped it out, maybe even a bit OP. At that point, Obama Snow will handle itself very well, and especially considering the fact that there is still one shield on the side of Dexic, he definitely has a chance. He'll wipe out this Tropius with no charge moves, and then have his Outrage powered up for the last Pokemon in Polocus's sleeve. What will it be? It will be Quagsire, and yes, Dexic will take this one. Oh yes. What a turn in the last second, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, he took it, he won it. It's 1-1, 1-1. Dexic stayed in the game. Amazing. Very well played on both sides. Congratulations, Dexic. I'm now taking a quick glance again at the other matches in our tournament. Half of them are done. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, including our one on the stream that are unreported. One is semi-reported, so we should be about in sync with the other players of the 4th round to start the final round of tonight's tournament, after Dexic and Polocus decide who is the prevailer in this match. So give us another 10 seconds to let the players decide, and we'll be right back with you. And we're off. Cilio will try to make a change on Dexic's side versus Tropius, of course, on Polocus. Cilio is running away. It's not doing it well against his fast grass move. And now again the fight that we call basically a break in our stream. I don't think there's anything more to be said about the pair that is Alteria versus Skarmory. It's always just infinite, it seems, attacking each other with that Sky Attack. We don't get to see Dragon Pulse almost ever. Shield is used on Polocus' side. He's out of shields. Very interesting to see so early in the fight. I didn't really see the first one being used, but Polocus is out of shields. Now Dexic is also out of a shield. He did it at a very low health point in his game, but enough to fire off that last sky attack. And yes, bring Skarmory to its knees, which was the point. And now Wishcash will of course come back. He's hoping to counter whatever is coming next from Polokus, but considering we know it's Tropius and the last one could be I don't know, let's see what it could be. Yeah, Wishcash will finish Skarmory off. Doesn't look best on either side if you look about it from the kind of overall stats comparison. There is a shield on one side, very little health on the same. So let's see how this goes. Lift Blade will naturally dispose of Wishcash without the shield being used, but it was saved, cleverly saved. Body Slam does have a chance of taking this Tropius down and bringing all of this to the final. No, Body Slam again. Yes, it's a win for Dexich, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no, I'm sorry, there is still Quagsire. There's still Quagsire and definitely too little health. I'm sorry, I read that one wrong. And Polokus is victorious. Polokus is victorious, ladies and gentlemen. Very good fight, 2-1 for Polokus. We'll be back in just a second. Make us a part of your discussion, fellas. What's up? I tend to talk to the loser of the game first. So tell us, Dexich, at one point you were really actually close to winning this one.
Yeah, I know I was. I actually knew he was going to start with Tropius. Actually, I thought he was going to start with Tropius, but then he started 2 rounds before, and I thought maybe he'll try to change something because in both times I had him a little bit for a while. So yeah, I made a mistake switching with that Wishcash. I should have played with Lantern and took on that Skarmory, I think. Yeah, Skarmory. So
I was thinking how it worked out very well for you in the second fight, and I was thinking how come he's making so many changes after...
Yeah, I know. And the second mistake I made, I didn't use that second shield, which I should have. And maybe then I would have that last body slam to slam him down.
As regards the shield, I gotta say there are so many fights ending with the shield on the losing side. So I mean, don't be too hard on yourself. It happens a lot.
Yeah, I know. I'm not too hard on myself. I'm pretty happy. Yeah.
What do you think about Paul?
Awesome. That Tropius is really good, and yeah, there's not many counters that can bear him. So congrats.
Although we also saw Polokus in a stream before where he didn't use Tropius at all, so I guess you choose it very, very carefully considering what's on your opponent's team.
Well, on Dexich's team, he had 4 Pokemon that were weak to Tropius, so I knew that bringing him could, at worst, only deal with 1 Pokemon, with which Tropius is pretty much only there to deal with 1. So I was sure I would bring him. I led with him in the second match, which sort of didn't end well, but it was like I learned from my mistakes, and I knew that I could outbeat his team with the team that I chose in the second match. So I just went with the same in the third match, and this time played more carefully, and yeah.
And what would you say what prevailed in the second match, which you lost? You kind of lost your ground there.
I don't remember which mistake I made. I'm
also trying to remember the match. Can you help us out, Dexich?
I think I should have shielded 1 more Sky Attack on my...
Right, I think you ended with 1 shield.
Yeah, so I left my Skarmory, wasn't there to get rid of the Abomasnow. He didn't have a lot of HP, and I did something I don't know if it was by accident, but I know that I unwantingly, I guess, fired off an attack.
Well, you had a moment when you wanted to switch and the game kept fooling you.
Yeah, that was in the first match. I didn't need to switch, but I was just thinking if I did switch into a...
You wanted to take Tropius out.
Yeah, I knew that Tropius couldn't do any damage to Altaria whatsoever, so I just I chose to sack him, but it didn't work out. I couldn't get the switch. So
you tried 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, I tried 2 or 3 times, but then I just went with Skarmory and it ended up well. So.
Well, in that fight it didn't end well. You lost.
No. The first one I tried to switch. No, I won that one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of the tournament, the final round. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now we are actually ahead of the other players in the tournament. So we'll just have to wait for a few minutes for all the fights to finish. Actually, I'm looking here at the table, and actually all the fights are looking as finished. So as usually will be a few minutes to start the final round of the tonight's tournament, select our pair to stream, and we'll be back with you with 2 more fights, one before the finals and then the finals, which is viewed by all the tournament participants together for the final excitement, of course. Okay, talk to you later. gentlemen, once again. We are in another fight of the tonight's tournament, an all-female fight for once in our PvP arena. It will be between Electra 987, Electra, who actually opened our tournament tonight with the first fight against Mario, if you remember, versus Senora Matanza. Mrs. Matanza. The players have connected and they are ready. So let's see what happens. Lapras on the side of Electra and Altaria on the side of Matanza. Altaria should run away against the Ice Lapras. It did it, but now Skarmory is here. It's holding itself much better. Silph will try to clean this up, but not with much luck. It was blocked. It's not real damage against Skarmory. Maybe not the best block ever, but okay. Sky Attack is doing a lot of damage against Lapras, who does have a reputation as a bulky Pokemon, but not in PvP, or actually what we just call categorically PvP. When we say it, we actually mean of the small league 1500 combat power. In this range, Lapras is simply too low level and does not reach a lot of bulk. Now we have the classic Niantic block on the side of Electra, but it was done with very quickly. Skarmory is holding itself very well against Marshtomp. Mud Bomb will try to give it, and no, not very effective. Ground simply cannot match up against flying. Sky Attack was blocked now. Marshtomp is being saved. And let's see Sludge poison type move should be neutral damage. It was not blocked and did no damage on Skarmory, unfortunately for Electra, but Marshtomp is holding itself so well. It's just irritating Senora Matanza. Obama Snow is now here to finally get rid of that irritating Skarmory that wiped most of her team. Now let's see Wishcash. Wishcash will disappear. Will just disappear, so now we actually do have a bit of compensation for all those lost Pokemon on Electra's side. It's gone, but there's still one shield remaining on Senora Matanza's side. What's gonna happen? Grass Knot is almost charged up, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. No, it definitely will not be enough because there's a shield, I forgot. Energy Ball does nothing. And now Altaria is finishing this fight at 1-0 for Senora Matanza. Good game, congratulations Senora Matanza. No time to celebrate, time to win the second one as well. Let's just see very quickly how these two are ranking among other players. So we got Senora Matanza with 2 wins in 4 rounds, and where is our Electra with also 2 rounds, with the Buchholz tiebreaker being 11 for Senora Matanza and 8 for Electra. So this is a fight for honor, and we're off again. Altaria versus Skarmory. Better matchup on Electra's side. She did a few changes, expected obviously for Senora Matanza to keep with her first choices. And now she's charging that Sky Attack. She's trying with the circles again and doing significant damage against Altaria. Now the same will come at her from Altaria, and no, it will do very little damage. Sky Attack almost It should have gotten rid of that Altaria because it was just enough for the final sky attack that wiped out the Skarmory. This is what we're talking about when we say push those circles to their limits. You gotta do it. In these cases you can see how much it actually means. Marshtomp is ready with both of its charge moves. Mud Bomb will try to do this, but no, not very effective. Ground is simply not holding up against Flying Steel Skarmory. Another one will come, but Senora Matanza will not use her shields, even though she has two. Actually, there is two shields on both sides. Now there's just one remaining on the side of Electra. Once again, she'll try with Mud Bomb, at least take some damage off, at least take out the shield, but it simply doesn't happen. Maybe she should have tried with that sludge attack just to see. In this situation, it doesn't really matter anymore. Sky attack was, let's say, cleverly provoked and wasted to get rid of Marshtomp, and now Obama Snow will try to match against Skarmory. There's still one shield. It will be used, of course. I don't think it will be enough for Electra to stay in this game. Energy Ball is being charged very, very slowly, and another Sky Attack is already here to finish this game for 2-0 for Senora Matanza. 2-0, congratulations to Senora Matanza. Good evening. I'm here with our first ever, actually, all-female couple in the arena. So, yeah, we were very excited about that, as you could see. Don't take me too literally. Any comments on the game? Second one for you tonight, Electra, in the arena?
Well, no comments. Congrats. It's okay.
Did you notice that on that Skarmory, it was she basically was left on 1% of health, which was enough to charge that Sky Attack in the end? I just wanted to say, I hope you'll work on those circles, right?
Yeah.
charge those circles. And on your side, very interesting gameplay. This is 3 wins for you in 5 rounds, and it's your first tournament here, right?
4 wins?
Oh, actually 3.
3, yeah. I'm here for the first time. I'm super happy to have 3.
I mean, we're doing very well. We have players here who are here every Sunday, and they never had 3 wins in 5 rounds. So.
Yeah.
It's already a success in itself.
Definitely, yeah.
Thank you very much, and I hope to see you here again.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you. Game. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, in our not final but pre-to-final fight tonight between Drinki Kro and Achille. Both players coming along on our tournament more often every month. From the crew of East and South in Zagreb, renowned players. We're expecting a good fight here, so let's see it happen. On the left side we have Drinkro, and on the right side there's Achille. And the fight is off. Bama Snow versus Lapras. Lapras ran away from the grass moves, and now Bama Snow also had to run away from Skarmory, and we always come into the unavoidable situation between players who know what they're doing, which is Skarmory versus Altaria, Sky Attack versus Sky Attack. I can't seem to say it enough for players to get bored of it. I guess everybody wants to win. I guess it's the way to win, to do these kinds of matchups. Huge damage from the Sky Attack on Skarmory. Let's see if Altaria can hold on for another one. It's gonna have to use the shield, and it did. It used the second shield just for that one more Sky Attack. I guess it's hoping to wipe it out. It's not going to. One out of two shields came out from Achille, and this is now a much more better situation for him over Drinkikro. How will he handle the next one? Lantern, of course, but was it a wise choice? What's coming after Skarmory? It was just there for a little while, and now Lantern versus Lantern. Such amazing imaginative choices on all sides, totally unpredictable. Thunderbolt will take about 40% of health on one side, but then it will take equal amount of health from the other side. Yes, almost exactly the same, but there is still one shield difference on the side of Achille, and in this kind of a fight, yes, it will make a difference because now it was shielded, the Thunderbolt was shielded. So for this reason, oh, and it ran away. This is how you handle lack of shielding. He runs away and keeping his Obama Snow strong against Lantern. Yes, he wiped it out. And now Achille must know that there is that charged up Thunderbolt waiting for him. And again we come back to the basics, back to where we started from. Energy Ball will dispose of Lapras, and Achille lost. Ladies and gentlemen. A fantastic gameplay coming from Drinky Crow, crawling out of the bottom of the pit in a moment when no one would think that he can handle it, but he handled it very well, ladies and gentlemen. Amazing game, amazing fight for Drinky Crow. We really didn't think he could make it, but he did. Not even to mention the fact that he still has that Lantern at 10% health banked, so it's actually quite a win for Drinky. He must be feeling very comfortable right now, and he's choosing the death team for Achille to dispose of this fight at 2-0. Will he make it, or did Achille make some changes? He's still going strong with Lapras against Electric Lantern, which he will run away from his electric current and put Skarmory, which I wouldn't really say is the best choice considering its flying steel moveset against electric water Lantern. Sky Attack will now do not very big damage to Lantern, as electric is safe from flying attacks. Thunderbolt will go and take the last of Achilles' shield, and now Flash Cannon will try to surprise, but with no avail. Blocked by Drinky Crow. He still has one more shield, so it was a very comfortable block. Thunderbolt will definitely now put Skarmory out of the equation, and I think Achille is almost checkmated. Let's see if Altaria can make a difference on his side. Another Thunderbolt is coming. Altaria is going to take a lot of damage, yes, significant damage, and now charge attack is saved for whatever is coming next, which must be Altaria. Yes, of course, Altaria versus Altaria. It's both sides are taking equally a lot of damage from each other. Sky attack was blocked from Jinky Crow. No more shields. I don't think this Altaria can make it. So what will Achille do with his last Pokemon, Lapras, which should take care of Altaria, which is Dragon? I'm not really sure. No, this is Dragon Breath coming from Lapras, but it's not powerful enough. It's a very weak but very desirable move among players, kind of a legacy sentiment from the first months of Pokemon Go back into 2016, when the move was taken out and put as legacy. We now have some technical difficulties. I apologize. It seems that one of the players lost, he totally lost connectivity, and I think we'll be repeating this match, right? Okay, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, there was no technical difficulties, but one of the players just, Achille, realized the game is done. Congratulations, Drinky Crow. They ran away very quickly, so we don't get to talk to them a little bit, but nothing, that's not a problem, as we are now going to prepare for the final fight of the night between Freak 1082 and Unfair. Yellow versus red, South versus less South, Novi Zagreb versus Velika Gorica. So let's give it a few minutes, and we'll be right back with the final match of tonight's tournament. Thank you. exakt heter ju. Jonfer. Jonfer. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in fact ready for the final fight of the night between Freak 1082 and Junfer 420. Once again, I invite you all to Google Translate Junfer's nickname without 420. We all know what that stands for, and we're happy about it. So we're not gonna do any more analysis, we're not gonna do any more thinking, overthinking, technical mashupping and any of that. We'll just let the players show who is the best of the Silph Arena's team March 2019 Tempest Cup. Among 24 participants in 5 rounds, the final fight between Freak 1082 and Junfer is beginning, coming out strong with 2 lanterns faced against each other, water electric against water electric, identical double charged moves, Thunderbolt being charged up very much faster from Junfer's side, and yeah, it's doing incredible neutral damage, but will Junfer do the same? Yes, he let it slide, and the same amount of damage is coming on his side. Both players are saving their shields. The final fight of the Tempest Cup is not something we joke around with around here. Now Freak blocked the other Thunderbolt, knowing that it would be the end of his lantern, and now he's charging his Thunderbolt. Also a block, also a shield on Junfer's side. Who's gonna take the short stick on this one? I don't know. Yeah, the second shield had to be saved on Freak's side, so Junfer is coming out a bit more on top on this one, but now Altaria is just wiping the lantern out. 1-1 in shields, basically the same in Pokemon. Lantern took out Lantern, there's no more of that, and now Altaria versus Altaria. So now when it comes to Altaria, because of the move pool, it's definitely a bit more interesting to face it against itself, considering the fact there are very interesting fast and charge moves on both sides. Sky Attack is doing a lot of damage, but now Dragon Pulse will try, and no, it's blocked. It's blocked by Freak 1082. He wasn't fooled, but he also lost that shield. Let's see what will make the difference, the shield or the Pokemon. Sky Attack will now damage, but not a lot against Skarmory. So let's see if this ends on Junfer's side, as he's probably hoping for. He still has 1 shield advantage over Freak 1082, and Skarmory also, of course, on the other side. This is what I'm talking about when I say predictable teams, when I say experienced players. There are certain Pokemon you simply can't do without. Now Flash Cannon is going against Freak's Skarmory, which actually has only 1 charge move, Sky Attack. Sky Attack is coming, the last shield is naturally used by Junfer. Let's see who comes out on top. Another Sky Attack, another Flash Cannon. Which one will it be? Which one will it be? Flash Cannon came out first, and very close. Sky Attack, it will not be enough. No, it will not be enough. No, yeah, will Junfer take care of it? Who will take care of it? Same health, and Junfer lost. What an amazing fight! Head to head, Pokemon, 2 Pokemon, identical teams. Amazing to the very last second. Truly amazing, ladies and gentlemen. This is finals that we hope for, that we want to see. So now let's see, strategic planning on both sides, careful choosing, no rushing. against this type of player, against any player in the finals. So let's see how this goes. Okay, Yunfer is going very strong. A lot of changes actually. He doesn't. He's not a fan, I would say, of this head-to-head kind of matchup between the same type of Pokemon. Excuse me. Alolan Ninetales coming in against Tropius, a very interesting combination. Tropius should be very weak to the ice attack, and yes it is, but also Alolan Ninetales is losing a lot of health from the very, very powerful attack stat of Tropius, the regional. Psyshock will try to do some damage, and it did considerable damage to Tropius, brought it to its knees in the first 20 seconds of the fight. Leaf Blade is not blocked, which I think is a mistake, because now Alolan Ninetales has nothing more to do. That Psyshock wasn't really used in the best way that it could have been, and yes, Tropius managed to run away to bring out Lapras against Skarmory. Let's see Sky Attack doing some damage against Lapras. I think we saw this already. Lapras is not so bulky at this level, so it does take a lot of damage. Now Shield is coming to protect itself from Surf. Very well kicked Shield from Yunfer to Freak. And now another another Surf, and it will not be shielded. No, Freak is holding on to his last shield. He's gonna try to take care of Lapras without using his charged move. He's saving that up for later time. The only choice now is Skarmory, because we know Tropius only has about 10% health left. Of course there's a block on the Sky Attack. He wants the advantage as much as he can get it, and another block for another Sky Attack. So no blocking this time. Still saving that one shield to protect Skarmory from whatever is coming last from Freak. We'll see it now. He didn't manage to charge that last Sky Attack. And Altaria, of course. Why would we doubt it? Yunfer probably didn't doubt it. Nobody doubted that Altaria is in the last spot. So now we will have to finish, or maybe we won't finish. Maybe Yunfer actually pulls out a wonder and comes out on top of this fight. Flash Cannon will try, one bar move, powerful relatively, and yes, it did a lot of damage, not so much more than Sky Attack considering how much longer it takes to charge. We know there is that Tropius on the side of Yunfer ready to fire off its charge attack, but it won't be needed. 1-1. What a fight, ladies and gentlemen. They're not letting 1 inch of ground to each other, not letting this just go by. Between the fight, we can also announce to whoever is listening us here IRL, the 2 contestants that cannot hear me right now, after they win, they will split a prize of 2 powered up Pokemon from our awards fund. One of those Pokemon is Shieldon, or of course Cranidos, powered up almost to the max, or how much it should be, to 1500 combat power. The other being Riolu. Both very strong contenders for the Kingdom Cup in April, scheduled in Crni Mačak right here for the 28th, I'm sorry. And now the final fight is starting. Final fight did start. Skarmory versus Whiscash. We missed on commenting on some changes, but doesn't matter, it's just gonna be more exciting. What's Whiscash gonna do? It's gonna try Mud Bomb, it's gonna cheat it. He actually charged a few of them, and Blizzard is ready. We saw Yunfer do this already. Is it going to bring some good for him this time? I don't know. Shields 1-1, and Sky Attack. He did manage to pull off one more. Let's see if this Yes, it's blocked. Final shield. He's ready for that. No, he's still not using the blizzard. Just going with mud bomb. What's his plan here? Let's see if it comes now. Yes, now it's coming. There is no shields remaining, and of course, no, it doesn't wipe it out. It doesn't wipe it out, ladies and gentlemen. It actually lets it fire up. Fire one more sky attack, which probably will wipe out Vishkash, yes, but that blizzard was truly worthy. It kicked 2 shields out of Freak 1082 bank, and now the situation is kind of in the favor of Yunfed, although he's a bit low on health considering in comparison to Freak, but they are actually, I would say, even more equal right now. Dragon Pulse taking significant damage out of Lantern, which isn't bulky, so basically anything takes significant damage out of it, but now Thunderbolt will take significant damage out of Lapras. Yes, it will wipe it out, and now the situation is very much good for Freak 1082. These are the final moments, ladies and gentlemen. Sky attack is coming. No shields. Will it wipe? No, it will not be. No, flying is simply not able to do too much damage to an electric type of any kind. And yes, the Thunderbolt cleaned it up, and oh, it's done! It even went out so quickly. Freak 1082 won the final match of the night. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to our newest winner of the Tempest Cup, March 2019 in Crni Mačak, Zagreb, Croatia. Freak 1082 will be back with the award ceremony in just a few minutes. Thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have concluded our final fight of the night between Yunfed 420, a very strong contender coming from the south of Zagreb, Velika Gorica, won a tournament here a month ago, came out strong. Another finals for you. Is there anything you can say about the fight? You lost, I would say, really fair, especially the second fight was very, very interesting.
Well, the first one was, he obviously won because of the IVs better. The second, it was my better pick, and in the third, with the Lantern, he fucked me up completely. And that's everything.
When your Valor teammate Branas won, he was also very grateful to Lantern. What do you say?
He's the MVP today.
I think of the Tempest Cup, definitely.
Yeah. He's my shiny Nemo.
And you actually pulled this off without Tropius, right?
Yeah.
Coming along with my claims that Tropius is maybe just a bit overstated.
It's just.
Let's hear
The other story, but that's the point of.
Well, if you picked Tropius. If I picked Mewtwo.
Zvala bi se muško, yeah.
Okay. Very good fight, guys. Please stay with us for a few more minutes because we have a little award ceremony to give to you. In the meantime, you can arrange. We were just saying on the stream, one of the awards is a powered up Pokemon that you will receive. Unlike our other tournaments, we don't give out flat out dust at cup tournaments, as we consider that these are the tournaments we all prepare for, so this is what we need the dust for. So we are giving out trophy Pokemon. Decided for tonight will be Cranidos and Riolu. The winner, of course, sorry, but yeah, my mistake. Bastidon or of course Shieldon or Riolu will be powered up and given a second charge move. The winner, of course, gets to choose which one, and the second place will take the other one. So stick around, and we're gonna do this in a few minutes. Okay, thank you. Good game, everybody. Okay, we're back to finish this tournament off with some prizes. First of all, we made these simple but effective Tempest Cup badges. I would please ask our winners. This is not one of our winners of the tournament. Jonfer is somewhere else, becoming not Jonfer probably. So we we awarded these beautiful badges to the top 8 and bottom 2 players. Besides this, our gracious host from Terrible Creations, good evening.
Hi.
M. Vranka also awarded the top player, or did not award yet, but will, with a celebratory drink. And for the grand finale, we will award 2 players. Meleon, Odi. Okay, so as we talked about before, we managed to establish Pokemon Awards Fund for our dear players contesting here in the arena. And what have you decided, Freak 1082? What will be? Bastiodon.
I have Lucario on 1500 CP.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So that's basically all in the bank for you, and hopefully you'll use Bastiodon well in. Show it there. Wait.
He's all ready for next month.
Yeah. So Riolu is taken care of very well. So now we'll see what we can do with Bastiodon, which is here. Just caught the other day for you. Hopefully it will also be lucky. Let's see it. Bastiodon, ne znam ko će koji. Aha. Okay, perfect. So that's it. Basically, our winner will take powered up Bastiodon with second charge move unlocked, while Jonfer 420 will take Riolu with the second charge move. The badges were handed out. Those early sleepers are already home. So thank you all for watching, and congratulations once again,
Thank you.
Freak 1082, for winning the Tempest Cup of Zagreb, and see you next month, next Sunday basically. Next Sunday for the first ever streamed on YouTube Ultra League tournament here in Black Cat. See you around, and goodbye.
Baš se strada će moj Medićan